Excellent. Welcome, you guys. I'm so excited about our host tonight. She is really funny. We did a Laugh Riot Girl Festival together, and it was a wonderful event. And now she's our host for this evening. You may see her on some of the news channels because she's got a twin. And oh my God, I'm having issues with names right now. My God, wait, Susan. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. I can't believe I'm doing this.
That's all right. My twin is Rachel Maddow.
Thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Like, I know Rachel Maddow's name. But yeah, when you see Susan, she might have some COVID hair, but she does look like she's related to Rachel Maddow, and people think that she is. Put your hands together for Susan Wolf, everyone. Woo!
All right. Thank you so much. I'm totally excited to be here. You know, this is my first hosting gig, so I'm basically getting my host cherry popped. Thank you. Thank you. Very excited about that. Yeah. And, you know, as I look around, I knew that this was going to be a classy group of people. I mean, come on, look at all of you. And so I, too, am classy. I actually showered, and I got dressed up above the waist for the event. So, yeah. But, you know, I want to keep my my class. So if you see my video, if you see it go out, it's only because I have a piece of steak stuck between my teeth, man, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. So, you know, I don't want to gross you out, so I will shut that video. Yeah, you mentioned my hair. I mean, this is 4 months of growth, right? 4 months of growth. And man, oh man. And it's kind of gay. You know, it's kind of gay, you know. 4 months ago, it was gay, all right? It was very gay. Like, if you were to put that hairstyle 4 months ago on, I don't know, the straightest woman that you know, right? You know, the kind of woman that just loves penis 24/7. She'd go down on every chick in this Zoom box. Oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, and that stuff will convert you. It'll convert you for sure. It will. It will. And like everything is growing. Like I haven't had a pedicure in 4 friggin' months. My toenails are so long, I could scale a redwood tree and be like a lookout. Yeah, I could. Crazy. Wouldn't now be a great time to have like a drought in LA? You know, who the hell is showering and turning the water on? Who's showering at the same clip that they were, right? No one, you know? My landlord actually sent me this long text message, and he's telling me that he's having a new water heater installed and how sorry he is, and he's sorry for the inconvenience, and he's going on and on and on. He's like, I'll let you know whenever the water will be turned on. And my response to him was, all right. I don't care. Who cares? I'll tell you, you know what's tough? The aging process. You know, when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you have no clue what I'm talking about. But man, when you start hitting the 50s, things change. Gravity starts taking over, man. I'll tell you right now. And like, I was looking in the mirror yesterday, and I thought to myself, hey, if I could stop the aging process right now, I'd be happy. I'd be okay. And then today I look in the mirror, I'm like, holy shit, how'd that happen? I mean, it happens fast, overnight, I'm telling you. My eyelid, you can't see it, but it is sagging big time, man, big time. I probably won't get like plastic surgery, but although I will get it on my eyelid, but I'm going to wait for it to be impeding my eyesight so insurance picks it up, you know? And if insurance sucks then, even worse than it does now, screw it. I'll just let it hang over. It can be like an eye patch. I don't really care. I don't really care. That's it. Hell, what the heck? So I have a dog walking, pet sitting business. We'll check that off the old gay to-do list. And you know what I miss most about my business? Dog poop. Yeah, dog poop. Man, I'm dying to pick up some dog poop. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Man, oh man. I mean, seriously. Yeah, Paul, right? You know. There you go. And I was going to ask my girlfriend, hey, can you do me a solid out in the backyard? You know, like, come on, I got bags. I'm ready to go. Please, I need some joy. Listen, I'm afraid, though, like, if she were to do that, like, this is a 13-year relationship, it would probably get me excited. Who knows? Whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. Speaking of my business, I've had one client since COVID hit, and she's paid me every single solitary week for doing nothing. 3.5 months of getting a paycheck from this client for doing nothing. And so she called, we connected the other day, and she's like, hey, you want to like gradually get back? I'm like, are you kidding me? You've been just paying me for doing nothing. I quit. I'm out. I ain't doing, no. Eesh. What am I, crazy? I used to like going to the gym, but you know, COVID took me out of that game. But I did set up my own gym. I got a poor man's Peloton. You know, it was all right. I found some pulleys, some dumbbells, and you know, I never used that gym, man. I never used it. What the hell? But I did do a lot of walking. I walked all over my neighborhood, and I'm now known as the Forrest Gump of WeHo. What the hell? And you know, as I'm walking around, I saw a truck, and it said Goldman Plumbing. Goldman Plumbing. I'm Jewish. Jews don't plumb. Come on, man. They caused the plumbing. Have you seen what we eat, man? We can eat. Catch us Christmas Eve at a Chinese food restaurant, or breaking the fast over Yom Kippur. Man, we eat like we've got two assholes. I know. We Jews caused the plumbing. So I've done some of the amazing marches. Sorry. I have my Boston accent, man. So I apologize. I probably would have gotten more laughs if you understood what the hell it was I was talking about. Hell. So, but yeah, the marches are amazing for Black Lives Matter. What a cause to be able to lend my voice for such an amazing thing. Not to mention that I got my 10,000 steps in every time I can't get better than that. I'm telling you right now. So listen, I am so tired of hearing my own self right now, and I just want to get the rest of this evening started. Are we ready to hear some of the comics this evening? Woo! Right? Yes. All right. Awesome, everybody. So, I am going to be reading from some cue cards. I have no memory. My parents told me that it was from a brain injury. I believe them, so I'm going to just hold on to these bad boys. Anyhow, so this next performer, this is actually her first virtual show, right? And she calls herself a sit-down comic who says that she's not qualified to stand. Well, this is the right place, man. You're in good company. Let's give a warm virtual welcome to Dawn Grabowski, everybody. Dawn.
Thanks, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. As Susan said, this is my first virtual open mic show, and I've never done an open mic show before. But then again, I've never done a guy named Mike either. So, but a guy named Harry, that's a whole different story. New times for new adventures, right?
Right.
Right on.
As Susan said, I'm a sit-down comic because I'm not qualified to stand. And I have to say that I'm the first original sit-down comic because I'm not qualified to stand. I'm going to zoom back for a little just so you can get a visual.
Gotcha.
And you can see that my disability is fairly obvious, right? I'm flat-chested because using a wheelchair and having spastic cerebral palsy is secondary when you have a disability and you work in the entertainment industry. I'm going to zip closer just to make sure that you can hear me better. I have a friend. Yes, it's true. I have one friend. He happens to be a one-arm amputee, and he called me the other day, and he was so excited because Vegas has reopened, and he wants to go to Vegas because he wants to play the one-arm bandit slots because he feels right at home. And I have to say, going back to being a sit-down comic, Joe and Mary and Paul and some of the other people on the call know me, so they can attest that this is the quickest that I've ever gone up to the stage. A real stage, the show would be half over before I made it to center stage. I have trouble with guys. Well, let's be honest, I have one problem. I can't catch them. And now with COVID, they have a 6 feet head start. Come on, this is so not fair. Since we've been sheltering in place, a lot of groups have been having virtual coffee hours. And right now, so I'm thinking, does this mean that I can strike out over the internet as well? Can I blame a poor connection on bad internet instead of my own insecurities, please? And I'm from the East Coast, and I have to say that I think East Coasters know how to handle a crisis better. See, they know that you don't need to stock up on toilet paper.
Your phone's gonna run out of battery if you don't.
They know
You don't charge it.
that what you need to stock up on are the important things in life, like chocolate, wine, and alcohol.
Woo!
Yeah.
And if you like, you mix the items together. So would anybody like to join me in some chocolate espresso wine? And I have to tell you that I got the chocolate espresso wine for 75 cents because I shop at the discount store and I only like the finer things in life. Woo! We're all at home now, so I think you should all drink up. Because the reality is, no one will cut you off at home. There is no you should drink more anyhow, because I'm a lot funnier and a lot more beautiful when you drink. But for me, I'm a lightweight when I drink, so I can't even have a drink before I get in a lift. But, so I'm probably going to get drunk right over the Zoom watching everybody else on the gallery view. And see, I love to be around able-bodied UABs that have been drinking, because when I'm around UABs that have been drinking, it makes you look like you're disabled. And speaking of stockpiling, like I said, I don't understand why people are stockpiling on the toilet paper, because the coronavirus affects your lungs. So if you really want to stockpile, you should be stockpiling oxygen tanks. And if you really want to, you should go to the medical supply store with me, because I'll let you use my loyalty card and you'll get a discount. And, you know, it will only cost you some chocolate espresso wine, because after all, it's like 5 cents. A lot of people have been on Twitter and social media lately because they feel like they need to have that human connection. And I get it. And I've been following this one person's feed, and I just think that they're a real bully. You know, it's POTUS, the President of the United States. And I just think he's a real bully. And I have a solution. I think we should take his Twitter account away. And he should have to earn one tweet, one character for every good thing he does. So that means he would have to do 140 good deeds. Like donating ventilators, helping the working class. You know what that means? That means that I'll never have to tweet again. You know? Because if anyone had told me that a TV reality star that abuses women would become the leader of the free world, I would have thought that it would have been a plot twist for Quentin Tarantino's next movie. We could call it Inglorious POTUS. And I personally think that President Trump is crazy, Agent Orange, but I know that that is wrong to use such bully language, because that's not how you refer to the mentally ill. Mentally ill should not, they're not really excited to be in the same category as POTUS, because that's being truly a bully to somebody that already has a disability. Yeah. So I live in HUD housing, and another wonderful thing that another wonderful thing that POTUS, Agent Orange, did was he raised my rent 24% during a pandemic.
Ouch.
That is true. And it got through because of a loophole. Now, last year, my rent was only raised by 3%. So for all you parents out there that are helping your children with the Zoom, the new math, 3% is now 24%.
Yeah.
But see, I can't, on this way, I know this is why POTUS got confused, because he probably got me confused with his dinner order. Because think about it, 24 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken, 24 tacos from Taco Bell is great. So I can understand his confusion. On the positive side, I'll finish on this. On the positive side, my EBT got increased because of COVID-19. Because apparently, having the ability to eat when there's not a pandemic going on is not important. Getting an increase in your EBT card when you have to put on a mask and go to the store and there's a pandemic around, that is where the increase comes in when you potentially could possibly die. And if I can finish on one more, I will tell you that a lot of people have been doing a lot of self-discovery and self-realization. And I would like to come out better on the other side after all this. But it's not necessarily because I've been doing a lot of self-discovery or self-realizations or reading a lot of self-help books. It's because I would like to be a different person and I would like a much better bank account. For the opportunity to be here with you this evening. My name is Dawn Grabowski, and I'm a sit-down comic because I'm not qualified to stand. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. All right. All right. Give it up for Dawn Grabowski one more time. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. I personally have been thriving through COVID. I hope this shit never ends. So, who cares? Awesome. Thank you. So, let's go. Our next, so our next comic, you got to get ready for this gal. She is a native Angelino, which is a rarity. Okay, I'm very excited about that. She is a gas-guzzling mother who's a do-it-yourselfer. I hear myself. Does everybody hear me twice?
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough that you have to hear me once. Hear me twice? All right, I'll finish this and then I'll get, I think, a headset. So I'm sorry, I apologize.
You're
So like I said, she is a do-it-yourselfer, eBay selling, ball-busting CEO of her home. Please give it up for Rochelle Marie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's such a pleasure, you guys. I want to touch all of you. My actual given name is Rochelle Maribaca Dupont de Anderson. Yes, I married a, well, first, let me start with the fact that I am a first generation American Peruvian. Thank you. That married a stereotypical California ranch boy. I know. I didn't even know that was a thing. I grew up in the Valley, so, you know, I had no idea that California had all this agriculture, you know. I knew the Valley, the beach, Beverly Hills, and the downtown garment district, because that's where you go after Beverly Hills to get a look. So when my husband told me that he lived on a ranch, I was like, where? Pierce College? They have corn there like once a year, they grow it. So, yeah, so when my parents met him, they gave him a nickname, and his nickname was El Ranchero, which means the rancher. There was no need to really learn his name because we were just dating and it wasn't serious until El Ranchero started fixing things around their house. Then my mom was like, oh, Kerky, you're so handsy. It's handy. It's handy. So my husband's name is Kirk, like the captain. He looks like a young Clint Eastwood and Brad Pitt made a baby together. Woo. A real Renaissance man that can catch a rattlesnake with his bare hands and ride a skateboard up a flight of stairs and ride a horse really fast and still pull off playing tennis, you know, real Gatsby. He's quite the type. So when I was 12 years old, I was sitting in a circle with my cousins and we were talking about boys. And this was the moment in time that I knew or I realized what my type was. And so around the circle we went and we talked about Cesar and Pepe and Jesus and Marcos and Carlos, and then it was my turn. Rochi, what's your boy's name? Who do you like? Howie? Howie what? Howie Johnson? Oh, Rochi like the white boys. Yeah, I mean, listen, that doesn't mean that I didn't sample all the other flavors. Okay, as a Latina, I felt obligated to date all demographics. So yeah, so here we go, the demographics. So to me, there is nothing hotter than a white blonde guy with a lot of hair that tans better than me. That's hot for me, a hairy white guy that tans better than me. And I'm talking about my captain. My husband's like the little brother that I never wanted. No, seriously, our relationship is like that of a brother and sister who fool around. I know, he hates that joke because he feels like we're more of a father-daughter relationship. Sir, right there, please don't judge. I see your boner. You're turned on. Okay, so I'll stop on that. That's enough of that. But we've been together for 23 years. And so I asked him the other day, Sugar, are you still in love with me? And you know what he said to me? He said, woman, no, we're so beyond that. You're like just a part of who I am. You're like another limb on my body. You're like my arm. I love my arm. I need my arm, but it would suck to have to cut you off. So I would say, he's still in love with me. I'm okay with that. That was a quarantine talk. So I don't watch the news. I use common sense. If I want the news, I go to Facebook. I mean, everyone's an expert on Facebook. So, I mean, why would I like sit through commercials and stuff? Sometimes I don't even read the article. I just go by what the title of the article is. So I found out about COVID on March 14th. My jeweler, Leo, my jewelry mechanic. Jeweler, it just sounds so bourgeoisie. So, but he was like, Rochelle, did you go and get your toilet paper and your water from Costco? And I said, Leo, what are you talking about? And then he told me. And I said, Leo, you have to stop listening to the news. You're getting paranoid. Don't be so gullible. March 17th. First day of homeschooling. Corona huevona. Puta madrona. Are you freaking kidding me? I got 4 kids in private school. And this was the 1 year that they were all going to be in school together at the same school on the same schedule. And Corona does this to me. I am not qualified to be a teacher. I am barely qualified to be a mother. You know, and it was freaking awesome because they would leave with their dad at 7:30 a.m. and I'd pick them up at 3:45. And you guys, I'd get so much done or not done. It was all up to me. I was my own boss. It was amazing. So, who knew that these children were going to eat so damn much? All day they were hungry. Mom, can I have cheese? Mom, can I have an apple? Mom, my daughter, can I have a piece of bread? No! Go have some pre-washed carrots, some celery. No, it was always something hard, like a frozen burrito where I had to freaking get up. So I recently had to cut my nails. I was accidentally stabbing people with them.
Oh, it doesn't work anymore. He's knocking.
And by stabbing people, I mean my husband's penis.
Oh, God.
I know, which is really weird because I was going for his huevos rancheros. So it's really weird because my hands, they're just always down there. You know, they're just so much fun. And you know how people have stress balls on their desk? Mine are in my husband's pants. The poor guy, I can feel his anxiety every time I walk by, like his shoulders get up to his ears and he cups his groin. I feel so bad, but you know, don't feel that bad for him because his hands are always on my boobs. Yeah. So, you know how we're supposed to do like a breast exam once a month? I get 3 a day. Okay? The weekends are complete physicals. I get mammograms on our home office Xerox machine. Turns out I'm a really healthy lady. You guys, thank you so much. You've been so great. I am Rochelle Marie, and you guys have been awesome.
What's up, Rochelle?
What's up,
Wow, that was great. Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for the scrotum, Rochelle, I never would have turned into a lesbian. That was the only, I couldn't stand the nuts, man. I couldn't stand it. Oh, very unmanageable, those things. Oof, I don't know how you do it, but anyhow, cool. All right, everybody. So, our next performer, this comic performs all over Zoom, and is the founder of the Friday Night Funnies. Please welcome Keisha, like amnesia, and don't you forget it. All right, welcome Keisha.
Yes.
Oh,
Don and Susan. Thanks so much for being here. And yeah, so who knew we would be in 1918, 1929, and 1775 all in 3 months? Thank God I have 2 therapists. I have a man shrink and a woman shrink. I pretend they are my parents without. Actually, my man shrink died. My issues killed him. But I still talk to him because he's inexpensive and he's 4 months ago, I prayed to God to get me out of catering and to work from home. I caused the pandemic
All right.
It's my fault. Apparently, words have power. People are, I have to add people. Sorry, this is part of my. I don't know where I am. Okay, now I keep praying for God to end this pandemic, but his line is busy. And he knows I'm lying. I don't want to go back to catering. Sorry, Annie, but you know.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what it's like serving appetizers at a funeral? No, you don't.
I
But
do.
I can tell you. Hi, I'm sorry for your loss. But please, taking a blanket will make you feel better. I like doing Zoom comedy shows because I can go from my chair to my bed and nobody has to walk me to my car. Right now, I don't work and I get paid more.
Amen.
Stimulus. The quarantine is like an invisible husband.
Oh.
It's the perfect relationship. I get paid to work from home and I don't have to have sex. My last boyfriend screwed my ex-roommate and she had his kid. Let that sink in, people. Yeah. So I am asexual now by default. So while all of you are busy thinking about sex, I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I was married for 10 years and happy for one. My husband was hot. I got married for all the right reasons. Really, he was eye candy. I went down the aisle to really hot Italian fiance and he served me really good cannolis. And I walked up the aisle with the husband, and after 1 year of marriage, he took his cannolis off the menu.
I'm off video.
Okay, talking.
So you can see them, but they can't see me.
This always happens in my act. You know, I'm a middle class. It always happens to me. It's why I'm in therapy. Okay. So I tried everything to save my marriage. After all, it was all my fault. I tried being a naked sushi tray.
Can you scratch back? You know, you just rubbed it.
Wow. Okay. Who is that? Who's fucking talking to him during my act? I need an assistant. Anybody want to be a real assistant? Like, okay. All right. So anyway, I tried to save my marriage by being a naked sushi tray. That was really hot in the last century. My husband, who loved sushi, made a sloppy Joe. And then my therapist said, pretend that you're in the red light district and get a red light and then shave below the belt. And I was like, what? Shave below the belt? And he goes, yeah, it's a new thing. That was a new thing in the 90s as well. So I did, and my husband saw the red light, and he was like, ooh, baby. And we were getting all sexy. It was really fun. And then all of a sudden he goes, what's this? And I said, well, you wanted to role play. And he I didn't want to be a pedophile. So I fired my therapist, my sex therapist. Apparently, we were his first clients. Last thing I did to save my marriage was I dyed my hair red because I kind of thought my husband would feel like he got two women for the price of one. And then he said I looked like his mother.
Oh.
Oh my God. I gave my husband the Madonna horror complex. It was my fault. Like, it's always my fault. I can't take it anymore. And I couldn't divorce my husband because my dad gave me this Cinderella complex. I mean, the Cinderella complex. No. My dad gave me a Cinderella wedding and paid so much money for it. So I couldn't get divorced for like 10 years because he served filet mignon. So anyway, we got divorced, and then it became a race of who was going to get remarried first. So I was like, here you go. And I found out that my ex got remarried on Facebook. And then I found out a few years later he got divorced again on Instagram. So now I'm just waiting for Twitter to tell me he's gay. Because when I was in New York a couple of years ago, I ran into him. I almost didn't recognize him. He grew his hair long, and he just kept going, "Hey, Keisha, how you doing? What's up?" Yeah, things are really great. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm having a conversation with Farrah Fawcett. So anyway, I've decided maybe I should reach out. God, people keep coming in. You guys, I'm just going to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining in.
All right.
And please go to our website, FridayNiteFunnies.com, and really sign up for our mailing list because we're taking things to the next level. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. Nice. One more hand for Keisha, like amnesia. Excellent. That was great. Thank you so much. That was awesome. All right, let's keep this going. Let's see. So this next comic, he was featured on MTV and XM Radio, host of the Comedy Frenzy, the improv show. Please help me welcome Chad Shapiro. All right.
Hey guys, what's up? Clap it up for me. It took me 3 days to paint this wall. Yeah, so I'm middle-aged and half-grown. Topped out about 5'3". Still waiting for that growth spurt people been telling me about. Since my bar mitzvah. I'm 45. They call that middle-aged. I call it bullcrap. That assumes you know the age you're gonna die. Divide by half, that's math. If I die tomorrow, I'm end of age. Hear about Chad? He was middle-aged for like a week. My friends are getting divorced, right? Now they're trying to pick me up in a new convertible sports car, leather jacket, hair they didn't have yesterday. We make fun of that midlife crisis guy. I don't know why. He's doing great. He just bought a sports car. Yeah, I can't even afford a midlife crisis. I could only afford a predicament. I'm in a midlife pickle. You got to take care of yourself when you get older. It's harder. I'm okay now, but my doctor, like a couple years ago, diagnosed me with a fatty liver. I'm like, whoa, doc. Thought we weren't supposed to body shame no more. Use the medical term. She's like, that is the medical term. What, a third grader make that up? You're going to have to sit for this. You have fatty bumble liver. I can't tell people that, right? I need a cool name to tell people. Even common ailments have cool names like halitosis, bronchitis, which is the coolest dinosaur. Everybody knows that. So if I had halitosis, bronchitis, that pretty much make me dragon. Yeah, I'm a dragon. I could tell people that. But not my doctor. She'll diagnose me with snotty lungs and booger breath. What are you going to prescribe? Tea and Tic Tacs? Can I get a second opinion, Doogie Howser?
Oh my God, this is so bad.
I'd rather have ED. Erectile dysfunction. Yeah, I said that. Because that sounds smart. That's one higher than PhD. Oh, you graduated Yale? Call me when you have ED. I'm a dragon. I need a cool name I could tell people. Like, I'm not fat. I just have foie gras. Yeah, fatty duck liver. It's a delicacy in France. They force feed ducks until their liver is fat and tasty, like me. I'm a delicacy. When I die, my liver's going to Gordon Ramsay. Eat that, Bobby Flay. I was not aware the French force feed ducks pizza, beer, and broccoli. Because that's how I did it. Tell you what, I cut out broccoli. I'm not taking chances. I'm married. I'm married for 10 years. Actually, 11 years. June 6th. We just had an anniversary. Yeah, thank you for me. The key to marriage? Never go to bed angry. But we wake up furious. She sheds too. Hair all over the place. Hair all over the place. I didn't know how bad it got till I got out of the shower. I wiped my feet on the bathroom rug and realized I don't have a bathroom rug. But I formed a new pair of slippers. Yeah, next week I'm making mittens. I don't care. Girls, I think your hair falls out, finds a home, reproduces, and clings to stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you a true story. True story. I got a clean pair of boxers from the laundry. Totally clean. Right? By the end of the day, I was getting ready for bed, and I pulled a hair out of my shorts 3 feet long. Yeah, I was just as surprised as you guys. I'm like, how'd that get there? Did I floss my ass and forget? Because if that's an ass hair, I'm going to the doctor. I don't think it was one of mine. It smelled like coconut breeze. I did go to the doctor. She diagnosed me with hairy bumba derriere. All right, I'm Chad Shapiro. That's enough of me. Thank you, guys. See my improv show on Twitch right there.
Awesome, Chad. Thank you. Great set. That's cool. Hey, if you're middle-aged, then I should have died yesterday. Holy shit. Jesus. All right. let's keep this thing going. Let's see. So our next comic was the winner of the Clean Comedy Challenge award. He's also an award-winning author of L.A. Nuts, which sounds right. Let's please a warm welcome for Joe Dundon.
All right, Joe.
Hey, everybody. Glad you're here. Isn't this awesome? Fantastic. I think so. Thank you for the yeah in the echo. I can hear the rest of you saying yeah. I feel it. This is my bedroom. This is my bedroom. This is where the magic happens. I bring a lady home and I say, was this your card? Or was it the guy you came home with?
Oh.
Not to worry, there's only 44 minutes and 30 seconds left of these jokes. Actually, no, I had a discussion with Keisha before the show. She said, how many minutes do you want to do? And she said 10, and I said, how about 45? So we compromised. I'm doing 10. But it's going to feel like 45. I think you're all doing great. I see a lot of your smiling faces. Some of them are frozen. So I kind of wonder if you don't mean it. But you're doing great. And you know what? I know this has problems, but there's a lot of silver linings to this. This lockdown, this shelter in place. Think of it. You get to clean your entire home over and over and over. Gotten very familiar with the linoleum. Another plus, you don't have to think of excuses not to see your friend's improv troupe. Looking for the positive. And just however you cope, keep coping. Whatever your ideas are for coping, I say go for it. There are no stupid ideas. The next time you think you have a stupid idea, just remember, they interrupted the sound of music to have a song about puppet goats having sex. And that movie won the Oscar for Best Picture. Your idea, probably not so bad. I'm doing all right. I'm eating well. I'm eating walnuts. They're actually healthy for you, and they're actually pretty tasty too, especially inside of a brownie. I recommend. And you know, for all of the problems we're having right now, I know the temptation is to blame Donald Trump. Let's be fair. You can't blame Donald Trump for all of this. You can't. You can't. However, have you ever had that one friend where bad shit just follows him around? You know what I mean? Like when he comes to the party, that's the night someone calls the cops. When he's in the car with you, that's when you get the flat tire. He's that president. Maybe it ain't his fault, but a lot of bad shit is happening while he's president. Not real scientific, I admit, but anyway, friends, are you like me? Do you ever look at your neighbors and say to yourself, wow, I wish I had a stronger telescope? And now a new feature I'd like to present called Fun Facts. This fun fact is about Greek mythology. Narcissus was thrown out of a book club because he would only read his own autobiography. That's just, oh, come on. That's just rude. Why would you say that to me? Come on, get out of here. Getting heckled by myself. Bad. It's really bad. My brother likes to argue that his beanbag chair is the most comfortable chair in his apartment, but I don't think he has a leg to stand on. Was this your card? For all of you people who are new to California, I just want to say welcome. We have no white trash here. We're very environmentally conscious. We only have white recycling. 4.5 minutes left. Glad you're still with me. Going really well. I can feel the love. I don't think anybody, oh, come on. It's not that big. My head is not that big. What is wrong with you? That is rude. Go away. Go away. It's bad, but I'm getting through. A little about me. I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to dating. When I take a woman out to dinner, I order for her. Because after all, it would be rude to make her yell into the clown's mouth. I'm glad I'm appropriate. Some women I go out with, not so much. I was on a first date with a woman last year, back when you could, do that. And she was so inappropriate. We go to a restaurant, we sit down, first date. She opens the menu and she says, "Do you like children?" I'm like, why? What kind of a sick restaurant is this? Friends, are you like me? Do you think it's weird that you can measure the circumference of a cake by using pi?
That's funny.
Friends, are you like me? Do you think global warming should have happened sooner? Think of it. If there had been no icebergs 100 years ago, then the Titanic wouldn't have been made into that long, terrible movie. I'm trying to help. I have this friend, he only dates women who are into post-grunge 90s music. He meets them on Matchbox20.com. Was this your card? Home stretch. I hear children in the audience. Are there children out there?
No.
That means yes.
Listen, kids, there are some words that you may have heard in my set tonight that are not appropriate for you to use, like dating. Don't do that. You'll regret it. Keisha used an awful word, married. Don't do that. Remember, kids, I need your full attention. Can you stop beating up your dad and just lean in here for a second? This is important. It's never okay to take candy from strangers unless it's October 31st. And you're dressed funny. And at night. Because if you dressed up funny on October 31st and went out during the day asking for candy, why, that would be weird. My ex, I got a minute left here. My ex was so unfaithful. Her nickname was 23andMe. Thank you. I'm beside myself. Sorry. She did this cute thing. She used to write her dreams on a balloon and just let it go. She did this over and over again. And then finally one day I said, sweetie, you might want to put helium in them. Otherwise, it's just littering. You're littering the world with your dreams. Who do you think you are, an actress? Sorry. Okay. That's it for me. And finally, friends, I have one more question. Was this your card? What? Oh my God, I'm Joe Duncan. I was never here. Goodbye.
All right, keep it going for Joe Duncan. Awesome. Joe, thanks for timing yourself because I didn't. I mean, that was like great. Thank you for doing that.
I didn't time myself, I guessed.
Oh, damn.
That's a lie. I got the clock going right here.
That's great. All right, awesome. Great set. Thank you. All right, are we ready for the headliner, everybody? Woo! Yes. So this comic has so many creds. I'm on both sides of my index card. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So, all right, this will only take me a couple of minutes to get through all. So this comic is coming to the stage. He is an award-winning actor and nationwide stand-up comic. He's written with Carl Reiner and Jack Burns. For those of you that know who Carl Reiner and Jack Burns is, fantastic. Let me see. And Joan Rivers has asked him to write on her show, How'd You Get So Rich? And he is a regular at the Comedy Store. Please, a warm welcome for Paul Jason.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Keisha, thank you. Susan, thank you so much. You guys, this is so much fun. Dawn, it's so good to see you. This is kind of like all of us getting together for the Brady Bunch, opening. It's an old joke, but it's really true. I don't know about you. I'm an only child, and so the idea of a lockdown was not unusual. I play nicely in my room for years. And so the idea of also now we have to shift in entertainment, which has not been bad because I have spent years in front of a mirror. There is a chance that I will do Motown hits and lip sync them this very evening. Not sure. I'm just wild about all of you. You guys, what a great show. Rochelle, you always make me laugh. Keisha, I'm so proud of you. Don, it's this. And we have Miss Mary Kennedy in the house. And for folks that don't know, Mary and I actually teach together. And we have trotted the world as doing stand-up. This isn't even my act. It's just like a family reunion. Anyway, so within this, I am actually not in my palatial Hollywood home. I am sequestered at the beach. Yes, I am. I lived at the corner of Hollywood and La Brea, so I was in the middle of all of that insanity. And I, quite frankly, I was a little I I lost my mind, is really what happened. It got so surreal with the helicopter gunships above me, and my building, I've lived there for 24 years, has turned mostly Airbnb, which means it's like a college dorm. Everyone is so stoned. I didn't know that stoned people could be that violent, but I packed it in. So my birthday is next month. I will turn 62. Bless your heart, which is 790 in gay years. I don't know if you know that. I really am kind of Jurassic Park. I was watching, everyone looks so good tonight, by the way. And when I came to, I grew up in Colorado. And I knew it was going to be a very long 12 years because the same 16 kids I went to first grade with, I graduated high school with. And when I let it slip that I knew that Barbie's best friend's name was Midge instead of Skipper, that meant I got tied to a lot of tetherball. Yes, indeed. But, I hit here in Hollywood in 1976 with feathered hair and puka shells and little white satin shorts. Hot. And now I look like the captain from Titanic. It's gone very... I've hit distinguished, And it's the dirty trick. Here's what's fun is tomorrow is kind of a big day for me. It's an important day. And since I've been down here in Seal Beach, I've met this guy we're not dating. He's because he's a heart patient because he's probably going to die, but who isn't? Anyway, especially with COVID, I was at Panera and a woman coughed on me, and I was surprised I wasn't arrested. You know, everyone's on a hair trigger. Anybody else a little anxious? This dog barked at me and I peed on his back leg. It was anyhow. I'm going to learn to surf tomorrow. Yes, indeed. So it may. Just because I think the wetsuit is kind of hot. I don't know. Really, as I've gotten older, that whole idea of cold rubber, kind of cool. And you know, you have to find interesting things where you can. It's surprising. And you know, I don't know about any of you, I've gained a little bit of weight. Once again, I was finding I hadn't cooked in my kitchen, you know, in the full 24 years like I cooked during this. Cooked is a cute word. Baked is a better word. Brownies is a better, I mean, the crotch in my caftan is tight. I'm huge. I borrowed that joke. That's not mine. The other one is I went out, I was getting a little bit of air and the police drove by and I was standing by myself and they go, break it up. It's terrible. I'm beginning to look a little bit like Dom DeLuise, so I'm going to have to look at that. I was one of the first openly gay comics at the Comedy Store. Mitzi Shore saw me for the first time. I had 3 minutes, and she made me a regular that night. And things have changed. I've gotten jobs, certainly, because I was an openly gay comic, and I've lost jobs because I'm an openly gay comic. And now that it's popular, I have to have material. I just can't be cute anymore. You know, I'm staying with family, which is I loved my family. We're a very tight group. My family is very good at relationships. My parents were married for 44 years. Both of my brothers married their high school girlfriends and are still married to them 50 years later. I was with my partner, Jim, for 10 years, and we'd probably still be together if he hadn't, died. And people are always so sweet. They always go, oh. You know, it was a big event. I was in the room when my niece Molly was born, and when she really appeared, the room did get brighter. And I held Jim as he died, and the room did get dimmer. You know, the only thing I know about death is you get ham. It's true. People don't know what to do. They knock on the door. Hello, here's a ham. If it's a car accident, you get scalloped potatoes. I don't know. Cancer, ambrosia salad. Watch. It's the strangest thing. And I have such a crush on Susan Wolf. I'm telling you right now, because the world is changing. I don't know if you have a girlfriend that poops in the backyard, but that I find kind of erotic. I'll show up in my wetsuit. This could all work. We'll wear masks. We'll be safe about it. But I don't know at this age. I'm just like every other American male at this age. I just want the remote and a nap. It's not a political issue any longer. And I so enjoy looking here in Zoom rooms at what's going on behind people. First of all, I don't know where Chris Green is. He's either part of the space shuttle. We've gotten to, that's the curvature of the Earth. And I love the background behind Rochelle. That's all of her family pictures. So, you know, I will tell you, and I so love the three guys, Court, Odekirk, and you guys. I went, oh my God. I don't know. We might be related. You look like all my family in Colorado. Which is funny. You know, I grew up in the country, and it's funny because there we consider different things fun. You know, I tried to be a good boy. My mother said you're a good little boy, but I didn't get the whole instruction book about being a boy. So if you've noticed, most of grooming a boy is, well, and it's true actually for a man, his whole life is about balls. We bat them, we tackle, you know, here's the deal. They handed me the football and you're going to knock me down. Just ask. I'll hand it to you. You don't have to hit me. It was a little aggressive. I wouldn't find 20 men piling on me in tight shorts hot until my 20s. And now, once again, I just want, a nap and maybe some chocolate chip cookies. It's interesting. I have begun to date again. And in fact, I have to tell you, I'm dating interracially now. Yes, indeed. Imagine my exact opposite. He's 6'4", 280, a very handsome 26-year-old black man. Just saying, it's all true. Let's do math. How often does 26 go into... None of that's necessary, really. But we do all the things that young couples do. And we talk on the phone, and we text, and we play little games like post office and plantation owner.
Oh.
That joke got me into trouble. Somebody yelled at me about being racist. But I then had to remind them I'm the one in chains. Ooh. But, I also make my living as an empathic tarot reader. And that's interesting because in this, actually, astrologically, I was talking to my astrologer at Lowe this very morning, and the planets spell out basically everyone's upset and for about the next 5 months. So I know a lot of people have been finding solace in eating. I certainly have, and maybe imbibing a little. And tomorrow it will be 38 years since I've had a cocktail. Now, if I were in a bar, I'd complain, but I just don't drink. And that upsets people. You don't get the same reaction when you go, oh, I don't drink milk. They don't go, oh, no, really? No, have some. Strange. But I was at a family function recently, and my cousin said to me, wait, you haven't had a drink in like 30 years? She goes, oh, my, is it money? I'm like, what? She said, because I'll buy. I think you'd be blast with a couple of cocktails. She goes, I mean, what goes on? I mean, what happens if you have a couple of cocktails? I said, I fuck your husband is what happens. And none of us really need that, I suppose. So he looks a little bewildered. So we're going to get through this terrible time. But they use the word social distancing, and I prefer physical distancing, because through the magic of technology, we are able to connect like this. And it's so important that we continue to work with this. So I had somebody complaining about this is changing everything, and she's a road comic. And yes, in fact, for those of us that did work the road, there is going to be a change. But this happened in show business before. They called it talkies. So we're all going to have to adjust and move along here. And this is great. I appreciated Chad having that marvelous background. I have drapes, and these are actually shower curtains because I kind of like that idea. Because in a minute, what's happening, and we can double up on things. After this, I can just sit here and take a shower. I'll take my laptop out, but and the other thing is I discovered I have a new crush on Jell-O. Did you know you can do so many things with Jell-O? I think what is actually happening, because I have a very rich fantasy life. As I said, I was an only child. So now that I've had all of this time together, and it depends on what I'm watching or what I'm reading. I remember the first time, I was 38 years old before I saw Gone with the Wind for the first time. A restored print down at the LA County Art Museum. And a friend of mine said, what did you think? And I said, I think it's changed my life. And my partner, Jim, was alive at the time, and he came home and he goes, oh my God, put the curtains back. Oh, you guys are so hip. I wasn't sure you'd get that. Bless your heart. And now we've lived long enough that that's become controversial. It used to be, I used to get a lot of commentary because I was a openly gay stand-up comic. But now you have to be a pansexual that's also vegan to get any interest. It's too much. Although I am excited about this wetsuit tomorrow. I may do my next, I may never take that wetsuit off. But all of a sudden, I'm listening to a bunch of Beach Boys. So I may be that weird guy on the beach now that he has no hair on top, but he grows it out and then has that weird peruke, or that it actually looks like a handle. I'm not sure what's going on if I had that much hair. Actually, I have more hair on my shoulders now than I do on my head, which that's been growing out. There's a good chance that I may comb it up over the top, look like a cow. Anyway, you guys have been terrific. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Susan. You guys have been great, and I had a marvelous time. Thank you.
One more hand.
With you
One more
tonight.
hand for Paul Jasic, everybody. Paul, that was great. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody from coming out, and thank you, Keisha, for having me host. If you all want to donate, I think Keisha, you may have put the website in the chat. That would be great. Keisha, I'll give you last words.
Friday Night Funnies.
Woo!
You guys, just to let you all know, really big things are happening. And Chris, that's out in the wilderness, what he's doing is he's volunteering to keep an eye on fires. So he's up in a fire tower. And
cool.
so give Chris a hand.
What?
I want to tell you a little bit of history.
Oh, I'm just hanging out. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing is hanging out.
Chris, stop. No, I have to tell you a little bit of history that is so fucking awesome. Excuse the F-bomb, but who cares? Chris, the first night we ever had Friday Night Funnies, Chris goes, "Oh my God, that's a show. That was not just an open mic. That's a show." So bam, the next Friday, it was a show. And then Chris said, and get this, you guys, Chris goes, "When COVID opens up, when we open up, I want to meet all the comics, all the audience." So guess what happened? I bought it's only $15, but I bought the domain name for Friday Night, NITE, because somebody bought the NIGHT thing. So now it's taken on a whole different thing. So after we open up, we're going to keep it open for one night Zoom so that all of the US and wherever can join us. And then we're going to have live in person. So the comics that you see here are going to be live in person and everybody can meet them. How cool is that? And Chris, you are the one that inspired me to do that. And,
All right.
just
Awesome.
one push.
Well, that night was inspiring.
Yeah. Well, my ex-husband didn't have the push, but whatever, He had no push. He had a marshmallow for a penis, whatever. Anyway, had to go there. But I just want to say thank you so much.